All right, all right, all right. It's Victor James, and this is Live Conversations with Victor James. Apologies, apologia, and I'm sorry for taking so much time to return. Yeah, I think there are a lot of reasons to that. So I got busy towards the end of last year with some targets and a lot of events, I guess. And so I didn't have enough alone time. And it's my alone time, the times I'm by myself, that I gather thoughts enough to voice them out in this podcast. So apologies for that. But it's just an excuse. I could have squeezed out how many minutes are we talking about? Maybe 15, 20 minutes to talk. I talked a lot in those times, even though I was saying that I didn't have time. I talked a lot with persons. I conversed. I was by myself thinking. I had time for my hobbies. Of course, I watched movies. I read, I guess. I played football. I watched a lot of football. So why didn't I have time to record, just to speak? It's one of the easiest things for me. So I'm sorry. I'm just saying that. I apologize. There's no excuse for it. And then again, so Spotify, they think Cardi B with this their software, their app. So before now, you just record. I record directly. So all my previous podcasts have been direct recordings I made on the app, but they removed the ability. So now you have to record outside the app, and that's what I'm doing now. So now I will then upload these. In any case, thank you to everyone who asked. Thank you to that person who said, "Don't I care about my listeners?" And thank you to that person who said, "Should they move on? Am I not coming back?" I'm grateful that I was able to do this. I was in the midst of work, but I had it in mind that I should get back on it, and I really hope that I continue. You know. So I started talking about how you been. How have you been? I wanted to ask before I dive into what I want to talk about. I wanted to ask that how have you been? How is life? How is life going? How is it going? Are you taking care of yourself? You know, and that's a very profound question because I didn't ask, are you taking care of anybody? I didn't ask if anybody is taking care of you. Are you taking care of yourself? That's a life principle I hope to pass on to my children. You'd you'd have to take responsibility for yourself and take care of yourself. You know, take care of yourself. Look at your look at your picture. Look at your image on a mirror and think about, oh, I want to improve this and improve it and work on it. There is no boss, there's no mentor, there is no father parent that would have enough control over your life right now as to turn you around, you know. So it's a necessity is laid upon you to take care of yourself. You fall ill and then you think, oh, I should do better. How do you want to do better? Do you need to get mosquito net? Do you need to get repellent? Do you need to drink better water? Do you need to move from that contaminated environment? You know? Do you need to eat more? Do you need to eat much more? Do you need to increase the portions or reduce? Are you taking care of yourself? How are you? How are you doing? Do you feel like you are not in a great space spiritually? Do you feel like you find it too easy to let go of God? Do you feel like fear and anxiety and worry easily erodes all the promises and assurances you've held on to all these years? Do you feel like you're not doing enough for God? Do you feel like sin easily laying aside the sin which easily besets you? Have you laid it aside, or is it still close to your heart? Are you taking care of yourself mentally, physically, spiritually? Are you taking care of yourself mentally? Despite finding toxic comments about it matter, do you go ahead to explore the replies and the sub replies of the replies in those comments? Do you dig the hole of social media just looking for negativity upon negativity and aggravating your own soul? Are you taking care of yourself? You had a nice time with a friend, with a family member, with somebody, you had a nice conversation, you were happy to speak with them, and then you decided that, you wouldn't see them again. Just eroding all the benefits that you get from them, just ignoring that for whatever reason. Are you taking care of yourself? Whereas the people, when you talk to them, you feel famished, you feel virtue have gone out of you, you feel drained emotionally. You keep calling them. You keep yourself in that cycle. Keep yourself in. Are you taking care of yourself? Are you listening to good news? Are you comforting yourself with good material? Are you sharpening your mind with intelligent thoughts, provoking questions, reading, studying, researching? Are you taking care of yourself? Do you try to spend some money on good food, on the things you like? Every now and then, do you drink juice or yogurt or ice cream just for the sake of just to feel refreshed, just to feel happy? Or everything you ever loved, even though you can afford them now, you are not paying attention to them because there are greater things to be done. Are you taking care of yourself? Are you saving for the future? Because of course the future must be saved for. The future must be secured. Are you saving for the future at the expense of the present? So much that you are haggard now and are famished and and malnourished and just suffering, really, despite working hard, just because you are targeting something in the next 6 years or next 6 months. Are you taking care of yourself? Do you understand that the future is the future and you need the present to get there? Maybe I should take that again. Do you understand that the future is in the future and you need your present self? You need the courage of your body, soul, and spirit now to get to the future and you be useful in that future. If your eyesight gets bad now because you keep reading a dim lit environment, in the future, how would you read? When you now need to read things that matter more. That's just an example. There are so many things, that's my point, that we do now, that we say we will not do now at the expense of the future. I'm not sure it's right. Because you are investing in the future does not mean that you damage the present. The present is what leads to the future. I know it is a struggle for everybody. For a man, it is a struggle for humans to take that verse that Jesus spoke about. I said, look to the sparrow. It does not think about today, tomorrow. It does not even have the mental capacity to fathom tomorrow. Yet, it never goes hungry. Well, I've lived for a lot of years now, and I've never seen a bird die of hunger. I've seen them die of illnesses, but not of hunger. Of course, the thought is they need to thrive on so little. Yeah, they need to thrive on so little. So, yeah, maybe that's why. But again, think, how much do you need to thrive on? How much do you need? Are you a prodigal person? If you are, you know yourself. You think about it and say, oh, you don't know, you're a prodigal person. You go extravagant. You spend too much money on bags that you will carry once, or clothes that you will wear twice in a year. You spend half of your salary on things that you don't really need. And yet, it is important to balance it. That's my point here. Let me not miss my train of thought. It's important to find a balance. You need to be happy now find yourself in the future, to be equipped for the future you are preparing for. And yet, as Jesus said, as difficult as it is for a human to accept, a responsible human, a wise human, a strong human will always want to think for the future. Jesus said, one day at a time. One day at a time. Do you have tomorrow promised? Of course you don't. I don't. But sometimes we may live with arrogance, as if we are the one that decide if tomorrow comes or not. We live in the arrogance of, oh, yeah, in the next 10 years, this is what I will do for this. In the next 9 months, this is what I will do for this. And then in the next 3 weeks, I will do this and that. By the grace of God, I will. But today, that I have in my possession, I will by all means do what I can and live as much as I can. Herein lies the way to real prosperity. Because a man who does everything he needs to do today, regardless of whether he has a plan, but today he does everything he needs to do today, and tomorrow, which is now the next today, he will do everything he needs to do. And then the next today, he will do everything he needs to do. And then the fourth today, consecutively, he will find himself in greatness just by living atomic habits, by living a habit, a lifestyle, a habit of constant growth, constant input, constant improvement, constant impact, constant wise decisions. Whereas a man who is hoping for the future, is planning for the future, but today has no cognizance of today, he ends up missing out. So again, are you taking care of yourself? I'm not asking how are you. I'm not asking are you fine. I'm not asking how are you doing. I'm asking are you taking care of yourself? How are you doing has no consequence, has no action plan, has no stimuli, it has no response to. How are you doing? It's a fact, fine or not fine. Are you taking care of yourself? It's a question that investigates your responsibility levels as to whether you take control of your own life or not. Are you taking care of yourself? It's a present, continuous activity. You are taking care of yourself. When you wake up, you pray because you need it. You need that communion with God to validate its importance in your life and receive new grace for that day. Give us this day our daily bread. And the manna was useful just for a day. You need a grace for that day. Pray. Take care of yourself for that day. Pray. Are you taking care of yourself? After you pray, drink water. It's necessary for the spirit, for the soul, and for the mind. Water cleanses the body. Drink water. I'm not a doctor, but even before the advent of medicine and surgery, or doctors, before they begin to become a profession, drinking water has always been a sure activity, a sure habit that can take you to sound health. Do you do any form of exercise at all? It can be a quick run, it can be standing, it can be pressing up, it can be anything. Do you do an activity that excites your sinews, your muscles, your mental strength, your emotions, that sets your system aright? Are you taking care of yourself? Do you eat well? I was asked before. Do you make yourself happy? Are you happy? Are you at peace? When things poison your mind, Do you find a way to find a remedy, or you keep returning to that point of poison? Are you taking care of yourself? Do you take responsibility for the negative emotions that you feel, rather than throwing the gauntlet to the cause of that, to the trigger of the emotion? It is you that must take care of yourself. Leave, avoid, excise, do what you want, ignore, and yes, even block. If it keeps welling up the negativity and the poisonousness and the toxicity within you, be responsible to yourself. Take care of yourself. Again, ladies and gentlemen, my friend, are you taking care of yourself? Are you earning well? Are you trying to make as much money as you can without going overboard at the expense of your health, or being irresponsible at the expense of God, at the expense of your future, of your values? Are you protecting your values? Loyalty and truth are important to you. You know this. Service and people are important to you. You know this. Have you not thrown this away? And now your soul and spirit suffers because you know you have betrayed yourself. Are you taking care of yourself? I've said a lot. I've asked a lot of questions. You have to improve one. At least one. You have to improve one. Take care of yourself, friend. My name is Victor James Wahab. I'll be back on this podcast soon. We'll talk about another topic. But I hope that you will be with me when I return. In sound health, in sound mind, in sound spirit, and with happiness. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye. Take care of yourself.